Meg Whitman is on track to spend more money on her campaign than any candidate for governor in the history of the United States. She has spent $46 million since joining the race early last year. She spent $27 million since the beginning of the year. Steve Poizner has spent just $3 million since the beginning of the year. Some would say she has bought the candidacy. But then again, it's her money. Can you buy your way into office? Should there be some sort of cap on personal spending, Ron?
Well, there isn't. I mean, there's no caps on any kind of spending. And every office is bought by somebody. That's the problem, from the city government to the state to the federal government, is all these offices have been bought by some kind of money, whether it's union money or whatever kind of money it is. People are buying the offices. And that's what we have to get around. And I think the only way to do it is to have a free and open debate and discussion and awareness of where the money's coming from. In her case, it's her money. If she wants to blow it on running for governor, it's her choice. But we all know it. It's certainly a subject of the political debate.
Deb?
You know what? Capitalism works at its best. And we all know that most politicians, the majority of politicians in this country, from the earliest of these days to the 21st century, are usually affluent people who have that money and have people and have resources. So if she's going to spend it that way, capitalism and politics go hand in hand. And the bottom line for me is that's less of an issue for me. It's more of an issue that whatever you use that money for in your campaign, are you running a campaign that's clean enough that if you did have a debate, those issues would come up and you'd be justifiable? So spend all the money you want and let me make that decision. Spend all the money you want, have all the glitz and the glamour and all the information. But I'll tell you this, as a citizens, if I find that your information is wrong, after all you spent that money, you'll not get my vote. And I hope the American public feels the same way.
I'll put this out to both of you now. So she's spending an enormous amount of money. If you're not spending that much money, realistically, do you have any shot to knock her off? Go ahead, Ron.
Well, no, I mean, Jerry Brown has a celebrity, fame in the political system. Everybody knows who he is. He's got a right to that. She's got a right to her money to spend it. But to come up against a Democratic state, it's the only person who would have a chance to beat him is somebody who has had Arnold Schwarzenegger's fame and money, or somebody like Whitman. Otherwise, it's a done deal that whoever runs for governor from the Democratic Party is going to win.
It's visibility like reality television.
Like reality television.
All reality television. This is visibility like reality television. And the person who gets the visibility the most is the one that's remembered, especially by those who really aren't checking the policies of each candidate.
Okay. Final topic. If you polled Southern Californians and you asked them what they don't like about the city, most of them would say they hate traffic. We all hate traffic. So let's say you're sitting in traffic. All of a sudden, you see a giant, flashy digital billboard. It catches your eye. All of a sudden, you forget there's traffic. You hit your brakes. You slam into the car in front of you. Now, whose fault is that? Los Angeles has established a moratorium on new billboards, saying they're a distraction to drivers. Other cities throughout the U.S. are going to follow suit and go a step further. Denver banned them in the last month. San Francisco banned digital billboards. How much of a nuisance are they? Should we take down the ones we have in downtown, Deborah?
Yes, absolutely. Los Angeles has become a NASCAR jumpsuit. You can't go anywhere without seeing a sticker for advertising every single place. It's a debacle. Los Angeles was founded on something that was iconic, Hollywood, and what people believe across the country and across the world of what Hollywood is. Beverly Hills, of what people thought. I mean, we've shown it in movies time and time again, and it has its own mystique and beauty to it. And now what we're doing is we're turning it into Las Vegas, and it's become no more than a wicked painted lady. Ban them, I say.
Ron?
Oh, they're terrible things. They're completely offensive. And I think the economy is getting rid of a lot of them. There's one in my neighborhood where there's a UNESCO ad on all the time. That's probably a freebie. I mean, they're totally offensive. It's one thing in Times Square, I suppose, or the Ginza in Tokyo, where the whole nature of the area is geared up to that sort of thing. But what a waste of electricity. I mean, at a time when we talk about saving energy and reducing our consumption, there's no point to these things but flashing lights every 8 seconds telling you to buy, buy, buy. I mean, come on, there's got to be more to life than digital billboards flashing everywhere and telling you to consume, consume, consume.
Yeah, but
it's a complete waste of time, of money,
Absolutely.
and energy.
Okay.
And not only that, but where does our electricity come from? Gentlemen?
Go ahead.
Dirty coal plants. That's
Dirty coal plants.
Let's go. I thought you were going to ask rhetorically. Go ahead. No, I understand what you're saying, but then you should say we should ban all billboards. Nobody should have a billboard, digital or not.
Don't you
There's
get
a lot
enough
of
of that on
difference
your
in
television? Don't you get enough of that on your computer?
Yeah, but why are you going to dictate how people consume information?
I'm not dictating. I'm saying get rid of the billboards. You can get your information anywhere.
All right, but
if I can't smoke anywhere in parks or at beaches or in anywhere near a restaurant, then because it offends people, then I have a right to be protected against what offends me too.
well, with that, we'll say that's it. All right, Ron and Debra, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Absolutely.
Okay.